Good morning, everybody. Hope you guys are all doing fantastic on this Friday. Reminder that everything we're about to do is for demo and paper trading purposes only. We do not trade with live funds, and this is just for theoretical and entertainment educational purposes. Let's get it. Hope you guys are all doing fantastic to end the week together. See if we can get some New York volatility to set us up to finish out the week strong. Let me get you guys over to my regular screen. Should be able to see now. If you guys have any questions throughout as we go, please let me know. We might have a couple of things that can play out before the New York Bell opens. Then we'll be on just for a little bit of the New York Bell. But any questions you guys have, just let us know, and we'll be here to assist you guys out. But welcome. I'm just getting everything set up on my end still, just to make sure you guys can see anything. I'm in chat too, so if any of you guys need to type chat, feel free. The indexes might be just a little bit difficult today with clear volatile moves, and I'll talk about that as we get closer. I'm starting over here on DXY, and on the ES and NQ will be next. But DXY right now is already bullishly confirmed. So typically when you have a bullish confirmation on DXY, you'll be looking for things like the UCAD and the UJ, things that start with anything that's USD related will have an upward momentum because they match or closely match what DXY is. And we've already had 2 wins out of the UCAD, and the UCAD is still bullish. So when New York opens, we are still overall looking for the UCAD to finish its move, which would get DXY back up to its daily open and weekly open. And so that we'll be following that. I'll pop the UJ up. You'll see the UJ should look similar or trying to break bullish from the True Algo system. And as you see it loading, it's fighting within boxes on top of boxes. So when you see something like this in your way, this is the system telling you to look at another asset. And so rather than forcing this asset to do something, if you want to be on Forex, don't be on the UJ today. It's just as simple as that. I'm going to pop over on the Euro. The Euro should be looking to reject from something. And as you can see right now, the Euro is confirmed bearish, which is what we want because the DXY is confirmed bullish. So looking for the Euro to continue rejecting here out for the New York Open. Last one I'll check is the pound. And the pound should look similar to the Euro because they follow in the same categories. A little bit more volatility today on the pound. You see all these boxes closes up here? And it's really important because like when people see things, especially if you've seen our system before in the past and just our current members too, this is why we help you guys build confluence, because we can see right here that this is the system telling you, hey, if you're looking at the pound, you should be looking for reasons for the pound to push up because you can see there's bullish or green candles closing above the box. But we always teach our members to build confluence. And if you look over here, DXY, which is our confluence builder for Forex, is not closed below boxes. You see how True Algo is holding it inside of boxes? And True Algo is telling us today that DXY has a lot of support built up for it before it could break out bullish. And in order to take these long ideas on the pound, you need the DXY to confirm bearish. And it did not. All it does is find support at our box and it's confirmed bullish. So these are all bad ideas. But then once you get the bearish confirmations on the pound, that's what helps supports these ideas here where DXY is pushing out. And so the pound is still confirmed bearish now, and we're looking for it to continue to push down to this box. We have our daily scalp target below us still, True Algo members. There's a 92% chance that the pound will get here today. So just think about that. For this entire New York session, we are having 92% chance that the pound will get here. So this is what we'll be watching overall for New York. If the pound is bearish, then typically indexes tend to be bearish too. So we'll be watching that. Doesn't mean we're going to get it, but we want to keep that 92% stat in our favor. The Euro might be the easier move because the Euro is closer to its stop loss point. So be watching that. And then the Euro also has the same target, but with a slightly lower hit rate. There's an 87% chance that the euro is going to get to that target during this New York session. So the euro, it's closer to our invalidation point, so that would be the safer play. So I'll keep the euro up for most of this. And reminder that the UCAD is confirmed bullish, which is what we want to see. Gold and silver are both continuing to produce our 80% rule. So yesterday, and we covered these long positions that got into our gigantic green box. And now 80% of the time we're looking for higher. And both gold and silver have done it, and they're continuing to now too. So it's going to be really hard to pull shorts on gold and silver. You'd have to wait for a much lower close and instead should be looking for reasons to push up. I'm going to talk about these mitigation stats. That's our strategy to enter in and out of plays, and it gives us the average win amount on a play when we're doing this. So I'll show you guys that here in a little bit. Oil, folks, we're confirmed bullish to push up to the box, and you are now at the full take profit, but you have to be neutral now or still bullish. And what I mean is this. You need to close above this box on oil to want to push up higher, like that. It can't just be like closed on the line. It has to be a close above the box. So oil right now, after completing the bullish move to our box, this is exciting because you know you'll have an opportunity here during New York, because New York's going to do one of these two things very quickly. So this is what we'll be looking at for on oil. One of these two things, and it all depends on where the close happens on the idea. Whether this bearish candle closes here, now we take shorts to get to this box down there, or if we get a bullish close, then that is here, and then we look to push up. And then one of the good things about it, and we'll have a close here in 22 minutes, so we might be able to get into an idea before New York opens, is where the candle closed, wherever the next candle confirms, that color should produce the idea we want. So if it closes green, the current candle will close above our box. It's guaranteed because that's where the candle opened. And then if it closes bearish, we just need a lower close in order for it to activate the short ideas. But gold and silver, folks, we're just looking for it to go higher right now, not to go lower. Shorts are going to be, if you do take a short, you're being very aggressive. And this is just one of those things. If you're only looking for shorts, here's gold. When we finally broke out of our True Algo weekly system right here, you can see it did its job over here on Tuesday, the Tuesday New York session, and then pushes up, finds support, and then breaks out. And then right here, instead of trying to always fight, you now can swing up throughout the next day. And we caught these longs yesterday on the live with the exact amount that we were looking for. And so that's what I mean by, if you're looking for shorts, it's almost where people would tell you that whole scalping mentality, like you are fighting a bullish trend that True Algo is telling you. So if we're taking shorts, you have to be very aggressive on your ideas. Oil's pushing down towards that entrance area right now. All right, so index, folks. And then True Algo members, be very specific about today. We are trending extremely bullish. We are at our weekly trend levels. And right now, you are getting a similar rejection that we had yesterday. Reminder that this box yesterday caused a lot of problems because there was collections on both sides of this box yesterday. And so for me, when I'm watching index plays, I'll be watching US 30 like a hawk. Even though it's trending, it hasn't gotten to the green box, True Algo members. So US 30 continues to be a little bit easier to be in the markets right now versus the ES and the NQ, which are more difficult because they're trending. And if you're trying to take shorts from our system, you're fighting the trend. So again, your aggression level has to be very, very high. So I'm taking note that even though the US 30 is also trending bullish, right now we're getting a simultaneous bearish momentum move from our True Algo boxes, but you're being an aggressor if you're taking shorts here, okay? What does it mean when you're being aggressive? Just writing out some notes for our members, but also those of you guys just watching. If you are being aggressive, then your stops should be aggressive. And a lot of people forget that part when they're being aggressive. And then your take profits should be aggressive. When you're being aggressive, it's not the time to widen your stop, to hold things longer for the wrong reasons, because that's what you're doing. If you're being aggressive, your stop should be aggressive. Your take profit should be aggressive. And right now the NQ hasn't confirmed a short idea, but we are bearishly confirmed over here on the ES. And True Algo members, you know I keep showing you guys this with our mitigation stats. And the whole point of these stats are, if you're going to take the idea, it's based off the ES and the NQ doing the same time. But one of the best parts about it is, like, if you're going to take an idea, this still shows you, like, on average what you should be looking for. So when we get that first short idea right here, the average retracement, it says it's 20 ticks. You can push up to see, did it retrace the full amount? It retraced only 11 ticks. The average retracement actually takes you to the top of the box. So this is one of those times where, like, that can help support your idea if you want to take it, because you're being an aggressor. Now, here's the thing. If that's the average retracement and we only got to the 11 ticks of retracement or drawdown or pullback or whatever you want to call it, and then it says the average win is 55 ticks. So it's telling you right here, the average win is 55 ticks using this idea. Then if you're telling yourself, I'm only going to hold till I get to that average take profit, then you're not doing what I said about being an aggressor. So if you are being aggressive, every time it pushes down, you should be immediately putting your stop at break even or shifting your stop to the 50% mark after this candle closes here. Because you are fighting the trend. You are encouraging New York to continue to just do this to get people out of their positions as it continues to, I believe, collect shorts throughout the rest of today. I think the bigger players are going to be collecting shorts going into next week's Fed FOMC on Wednesday, which we will be live. I know we will be live for members. We'll let the community know if we're going to be live for FOMC on YouTube, but for members, we will be live for you guys. Yeah, Cove, the difficulty again is just people fighting the trends. Things were not difficult over here. Monday, Tuesday, things are great. Remember, you got to think statistically speaking, for all of you guys watching right now, Monday and Tuesday were beautiful. And then Tuesday and Wednesday, we started a massive bullish trend out of the system. And then now have gone up. And then Thursday, yesterday, we spent time inside of our trend system. And then right now, we teach our members, when you close inside of our big True Algo green box, that's why it's green, 80% of the time you're going to go higher. And you can see that helps for those of you that can swing. Most of your brokers, you guys can't hold over. But for those of you guys that can hold over, you've gone from 55.58 all the way up to 56.15. And so that's the point of the system about being able to push up. And you can see New York tried its best yesterday during its volatility to break our box, but 80% of the time it can't, and it continues to push up. But the reason why I'm saying all this, and this is important, not for just Cove, but all of our current members, you guys got to think about it. If you're going to trade every single day of markets, and we're showing you a strategy that has 75 to 77% win rate, and Monday and Tuesday were huge winners. That means 1 to 1.5 days of the week are going to be losers. That's just how averages work, or be more difficult. And so if Thursday was more difficult for you, that's one of those days. And then now Friday, this might be half of today might be difficult, or today might be another good day to fit into that average where 3 to 3.5 days of your week are great. It's always just a numbers game that we're trying to play. But yeah, what I'm watching for is, like, if I'm going to be taking shorts on the ES, the NQ, I really need to get the NQ back up here. So I would want New York to do this and then get a bearish confirmation and then short the high and then push back to open to our daily scalp target and then back down to the box if that's what I'm looking for. On the ES, you could already be taking that aggressive short position, but just note there is no short position right now on the NQ. The next level could be if the NQ can close where this circle is, True Algo members, again, talking about an aggression level. And the only reason why I would take this short is if we close in this box is it's a very tight stop. So I'm being very conscientious of my risk management here because I will have a very small stop once we get into this box. But something that I will also be looking to do, and this is following the boxes, is I would love this opportunity for New York to open and then New York to push down like so, tap the green box, and then close bullish, and then there's your long position and could turn into that because that's following the trend. So one of these two ideas should play out today, or idea 3 is get here, then we short, or get here, then long. So those are the ideas, the only ideas to be looking for the New York session, because any boxes that are lower down here, you would already be using that short mentality as price is moving. But just US 30 is probably going to be the better one. You see the US 30 doesn't have that green box in the way. So like drawing US 30 is just like that. And this is all we're looking for right now. The average win on US 30 is 145 ticks. So like this was the first short, and the first one went 86 ticks. And then now, sorry, as it heads towards daily open, and then now looking for this to finish out would be whether you took any of the shorts from here or a new short on average, and that actually fits right into that daily scalp target. So this is what we could be looking for on US 30, folks, to finish this move for New York Open right here to the daily scalp target. And then all three indexes, if we do get a bearish move throughout the New York session, they all have the same daily scalp target. I was showing you guys this earlier on Forex, but on all three index futures, 84% chance on the ES, 85% chance on the NQ, 90% on US 30 that we will get down to these bearish circles that you guys see down here, here, and here. And all three of them, except for the NQ, US 30 folks and the ES, you guys have done what we want, where you have a bearish target below, so you go to the box above to then get to the target below, which increases your risk to reward in your favor. So yeah. And don't worry, I'll be monitoring these as we get closer to the New York Open and helping. Oh, let me do that circle on there. Tech, you've asked a lot of questions, bud. Why don't you message me on YouTube? Or not on YouTube, on Discord. Because I know you're not a member. Right now, gold and silver have produced the bullish move. Again, 80% of the time, we will continue to go higher on gold and silver. True Algo members, I keep telling you about watching gold and silver the past 2 days because where indexes are. And you can see now gold has finished its move. And silver is continuing to bang straight vertical. And then showing you guys if the gold stats that I just showed you over here. This is the bullish confirmation right here on gold to push up. The average win is 95 ticks. So we're looking for gold to get all the way up there. And then the retracement, it says here, is 20 ticks. And right now, the retracement you faced was 9 ticks on gold. So we're trying to get it up to here. We have to note that we have gotten to our average take profit box, but there was a 9 ticks of drawdown. That's all you had to face in that gold long position to push up. And you can see here, no shorts before that. And I was talking to you guys earlier about gold and silver. So looking for gold, I'll just put a circle right here during this New York session to finish playing out to that. And until we get a bearish candle below this box, there's absolutely no reason to not want that target. As soon as we get a bearish close here, this is now gone. It's invalidated. It does not exist anymore. And then silver, this current candle, it had a very big drawdown, but this is what is really important. It's a little hard to see on my screen, guys. The silver stats right here, it says the average retracement is 12 ticks. And then you can see this is the wick, and the wick went 15 ticks or points. You can see gold is putting in a new high again. So if you're already expecting 12 ticks to go against you every time you take a win percentage, and this win percentage is 80%. Silver is one of the highest winning percentages. I know 80 to 75% doesn't seem like a big difference, but it is over days and weeks and months, okay? But right now, it retraced 3 ticks further than the average. So that means you're within the average, so that helps build confidence on the idea. And then you can see there goes silver with another new high. The average win for our mitigation stats on silver is 40 ticks. And True Algo members, this will be, if we get to this point today, right here, that will be 3 for 3 on silver about us doing this live together the past 3 days. So we're looking for silver. I'll draw the circle up here. We are looking for silver to get slightly above our R2 level today overall for this New York session. So keep your eyes on that for those two targets. Oil is, and this is why closes matter. We were talking about oil earlier, everybody. You guys see how we did not close bearish, even though they were putting in that bearish candle moving down. Every candle that was once bearish or had a wick below also can close bullish, and you're seeing that now. And now we're getting a bullish close above the box, which is something we want to see, and we can look to long up in the next 8 minutes if we get that close. You can see indexes are going to hover in their same spot. So True Algo members, I'm going to keep pushing you guys towards the Forex market and the metals market because the indexes are going to be slightly more difficult today, unless you're on US 30. But again, it's still trending. It's just not at the green box yet, guys. And then crypto, folks, much easier overall. The ETH pushed down to the box, pushed up, which means a lot of altcoins probably look just like this. Seen a lot of people talk about XRP and Sol lately. Sol's dumping. See if there was a short opportunity throughout. And you can see our weekly system has caught the high on Sol twice. So if you're a crypto person who really likes to swing, as in to hold things longer, or you're looking for bigger levels to be hit, not smaller daily levels, this can really help you. And right now, Sol has hit the lowest point it should in a day before it starts flipping up bullish. So the bigger hot long position will be when Sol's higher up there. And I'm bringing up XRP because I keep seeing everybody talk about it. And usually when people are talking about it, it means we're getting to a place that it should sell. And there you go. Right now, XRP is at our weekly box to break down bearish. So until XRP can close above basically 58.5 or 58.5 cents, then we will be looking for XRP to set in shorts to push downwards. I'll get back over to the stocks and index futures, folks. Just trying to give our crypto folks a little bit of love. Then Russell is confirmed bearish on the previous candle. So, and it's currently bearish now with that candle and looking for it to continue pushing down. The Nikkei, folks, you guys are confirmed bearish on a day. So just looking for the Nikkei to push down. The only type of long position during New York that I would want to take a long off the Nikkei is way up here. I am not going to try to long this area from a daily perspective, even though we're in a bullish weekly trend, because right now we are rejecting from box to box on the Nikkei. So the longs will be up here on that circle, and now looking for the Russell to continue downwards. You guys see how the indexes pushed right back up to the box. That's why I talk about you're being an aggressor. And the more and more you keep trying to force the indexes to do something, this is one of those times that market conditions are not in a favorable time, and you're going to be forcing things on them. So it's those times to look at other assets. Right now, Tesla is neutral. NVIDIA is neutral. Hopefully in the next 30 minutes, we can get some more momentum out of the bigger tech sector, which can help produce some moves for the New York session for us. Apple is at the daily reversal box. So we could be looking for Apple. If it closes above this box for the New York open, then indexes will push upwards higher than likely. But right now, it is at the area where shorts start building in the pre-market that the retail trader is unaware of. And then Microsoft is also neutral. So we have 3 out of 4 are in neutral positions. And then Apple is at a take profit to start building shorts. But if Apple does not close bearish underneath the brown box, then we will look for Apple to continue bringing the entire market upwards. So True Algo members, just think about that. And I'll keep coming back to the stocks to help build ideas as we get to closer to the New York Open in 30 minutes. DXY retracement back into our box currently to trying to find support. Gold, look at oil just going nuts. Oil about to clear our weekly beacon target. Almost there. And then silver and gold have put in a new high, but there's gold is still struggling as it's at our take profit box that we'll be watching, everybody. indexes are all following suit too. So indexes are pushing up bullish as well as the commodities are, which is something you want to see. And then we're also seeing that pull back on DXY. So all markets are doing what we want them to do right now. If indexes are pushing up a green candle, you want gold, silver, and oil to be pushing up green, and then you want DXY to be pushing downwards. Awarda, I just saw your message. Welcome back. Hope you've been doing well. So, Jason, this our strategy that we give you guys, if you're still here, bud, yeah, this is an indicator. It's included. Right now, our members are beta testing it just to make sure that if they want anything changed about it, then we take their feedback into hand, and then we will be offering that so that they all have it. It will be a part of any type of membership that you have with True Algo. And then we're also going to be doing solo plays too. So I don't know if Tech is still here, but we will be giving the stats like over the weekend. The True Algo members will have the full stats on US 30 on if they want to take an idea solely based off of what it does by itself. So if you don't want to have a confluence on the other index futures and you just want to be on US 30, it'll tell you what the win rate is. It'll tell you if you were to take a short here, because that was that first bearish confirmation on US 30, and you don't care what the other indexes are doing, and you just want to take the short, it'll tell you what the average win is. And I told you it's 94 to 145 ticks. So that range is very wide. So you want to look for, again, it's an average. But what's most important is whatever the average retracement is against you. And what that means is, and this is very important for you guys that are having to deal with prop firms and all of their rules. If the average retracement on the position, let's say, is 23 ticks, for an example, what you are expecting is when you take a short from our system, you fully expect it to retrace up to here and still become the average win of 95 to 145 ticks. That's just what you expect overall. And what happens is on these pullbacks, those of you guys on prop firms, from the feedback of members, they become very fearful of any type of drawdown because you're scared to lose or blow the account. So what happens is if you're allowed those two entrances, that would be entrance 1. Entrance 2 can be the average retracement because the winning percentage is still over 75%, and then you can push down. And then one of the best parts about the facts are when the idea is invalidated. So you see right here, that's when you should be going to take a long. So if the average retracement is 23 points and the average loss, let's say the average loss is like 65 points. That loss is so much higher than the actual stop out point. So your stop loss actually is smaller. What does that mean? You increase your risk to reward even higher, and you still are able to rock the retracement to push down. And the best part about the average retracement is like, if that's the bearish confirmation, you only retraced 3 points. You expect 23, but it only retraced 3. And that's why you can't wait for the retracement to always happen because it's an average. But it's nice to know how far a position will go against you before moving in your favor to help set members up for success. We just had a new close across the entire board, so I'm going to cover everything again. Right now, the ES is still confirmed bearish from our daily system, but it is trending massively bullish on our week. So again, you are being an aggressor if you're going to take this position. And if you are taking it, just note that if you're shorting here, you're able to manage quite a small stop to get to daily open, a 2-to-1, or to get to our daily scalp target is a 3-to-1. So like this is what you would be looking for if you're taking it. But note, you are fighting a bullish trend right now. The NQ, you are trending bullish. I've drawn the positions. As you can see, none of them have been tapped. So this is not something to be aggressive on. If you want to use other indicators and other systems to find positions and you win, I'm happy for you. I genuinely am. I'm just telling you, I don't break my rules in order to create a position. I don't change my time frames to try to force everyone to see me put a trade on in any session that I go on. There is nothing to do on the NQ except for to look higher. And then if it falls, this is the area that I will be looking to be active in. US 30, folks, after pushing down again for multiple shorts, you are back into our True Algo box. You guys can see this is the play idea. And then using that same mitigation strategy that we talked about being an aggressor, then looking for something like this to sweep this. And I would really, really like to get here. This is the New York high of yesterday on US 30. So I'm aware of this. And then one more thing, True Algo members right there. That's what I mean about like I'm really trying to get the NQ to go up during this New York Open to tag that. So maybe we get the typical US 30 goes down at New York Open, NQ goes up for them to test the New York highs of yesterday. But focus on those circles that I've drawn on there for you guys as we move throughout this New York session. DXY is still retracing into the box. The euro is trying to put in a bullish confirmation right now. You'll see the pound is moving up very aggressive as well. There is no new long position on the pound. It's just coming back to retest the system. UCAD should be coming down as well. Yep, so might get another opportunity here on the UCAD after the 2 wins. You can see it's going to be heading back down towards the box here. Gold and silver you see we are getting closer and closer to the full take profit on gold, but already on gold you have moved up 71 ticks. So that's 71 points on that idea. And then silver now has another new bullish confirmation from the system. We are trying to get silver its average move, which is 40 points, which is that statistic right there. And again, as soon as the candle opened, you can see it's starting to be green with that aggression. So oil, folks, this is a good opportunity. We did get a bullish confirmation, and we weren't on it, and now we're getting that retracement, which is fantastic. You see how it's just now hit the entrance point versus forcing an idea as soon as that closes. And then now it's already starting to pick up in favor and then looking to get to this weekly beacon target. And then if we get stopped out, that stop out point will be down here. And then you just look to go short, and it's just a numbers game. Okay, and that's what we'll be watching on oil. Silver, again, continuing to push up. I told you guys, like, on the indexes, there's not going to be moves right here for the New York Open. But True Algo members, this is 3 for 3 for now on silver. We do want to get up here, but a win is a win, and we're seeing it produce out. And we're also seeing gold do what it did yesterday, where gold struggled a little bit because gold's out of box. Silver is not. That's why silver is pushing up harder on this candle. Crypto, folks, there's nothing new on Ethereum. Ethereum is still confirmed bullish. It will not be bearish till it closes below a box or until it hits the box above, then closes bearish. Bitcoin, folks, you did just put in a bullish confirmation. You didn't get one earlier. The only problem right now, crypto, folks, is Tether is still neutral. So Tether is still stuck in our box. We need Tether to get a close below or a close way above. And then crypto, folks, just be aware, you have quite the collection on Bitcoin of targets that are bearish and then a huge collection of bullish targets on Tether. That tells us, statistically speaking, throughout the New York session, we would be looking for Bitcoin to do something like that and Tether to do something like this. If that happens, then Ethereum and altcoins are going to be very bearish. So just be aware of that, everyone, if we get this idea to play out for Tether and Bitcoin. I'm going to check the stocks real fast, see if anything changed. There we go. So look, just so you guys can see it live. See what I said about Apple? Like, Apple hit the take profit box during the pre-market session where you're going to see shorts collect. And now the bigger players or the exchanges, the brokers, are taking profit before retail traders who can trade options can take advantage. And so now you're seeing that bearish pullback that we want to see. Tesla immediately falls, but it was neutral and now is at the take profit box. I'm expecting Tesla to go lower still. And then Microsoft rejecting from the weekly system, but still in a neutral position for this New York Open. And then same thing with NVIDIA. But the markets tend to follow Apple. So if Apple is rejecting from our full take profit box from a daily move, we are looking for markets to push downwards, not upwards. And so with that knowledge in hand, that lets me know, like, the ES and NQ for this New York Open, I would be looking for them to push down more than them to push up. So again, thinking that aggression mentality, if I'm going to take a short, I am going to have a tighter stop loss to control the position, to try to aggressively move down quickly and then move my stop loss to break even. And the only thing I would be targeting are the circles you see on your screen. The liquidity underneath that London right there, the daily open, and then this daily scalp target, which again, I'm going to keep reminding you guys, I want to get down to these bearish targets during this New York session. All the Forex pairs that do not start with USD have bearish scalp targets by True Algo. All the indexes have bearish scalp targets. All of them have somewhere between an 83 and a 90% chance to get to these bearish targets. So throughout the New York session, I'll be looking for that. Are we going to get it live on the stream? I don't think so, just because it's going to take throughout the New York session to get to them. But I am aware of it. There you go, guys. Oh, man. Isn't it beautiful? Look at silver. You see the circle? True Algo members, it's 3 for 3. Everyone can sit here and continue to wait on indexes to give them something the past 3 days. This is a 100% win rate live with you guys on silver. Let everybody else force the indexes to do something. I told you the average move is 40 ticks. And there's silver. Thank you, Joe. I appreciate it, bud. It's 3 for 3. No losses the past 3 days. That's what we're trying to get. Everyone, about the point of the True Algo system is like it shows you at times when you should not be on an asset. And like, again, being able to call it live, these stats are going to be so important for our members going forward because it's telling you how far it should retrace. 12 ticks. That's it. 12 points, whatever you want to call it. It gave you 3. And then you want it to run 40. It has now run 31 from just that candle close. And we want it to run 40. And again, this is from the bullish move matching on gold from the True Algo system. Again, you see it flipping the daily blocks at the same time. So you wanted 40 and now you have gotten 53. So 13 points, the average retracement, you got that amount higher than on the average win. And that's the point of what you want to do at True Algo. And then if people are going to now jump into silver late, look what's happening. Do you see how the wick is forming on top? Look at the candle body, how it's in the box. There's still zero reason to question the longs. It's just we were able to get in here live on stream where retail now is aware of silver. And now they're going to be in an area where we are taking profit on our average win. Again, 80% win rate, but the past 3 days, all live on the stream is 100%, no loss. And True Algo members, you can call me out if that's the case on silver. I will not be offended, but I know it's not true. And we record all of our streams, and they're on the website when our team is able to add them. And so you can go back and watch them if you want to learn, if you're not able to catch the live streams. If you are, again, for members only. And so right here on silver, you saw that pullback. What I'm teaching members with our mitigation entrance, that's the True Algo strategy to get in and out of positions, they know this is the average win. And so those long positions now that have produced themselves upwards, okay, every one of these candles, if you're someone who takes profit too early, that's why we're giving you the average win. Instead of always closing your position at an open or at a liquidity grab or a box, you hold the idea until it's invalidated. So when is this position invalidated? You have to get a bearish candle down here. So you simply just trail your stop up. Because if not, you can let it run. And if you're not good at letting your runners run, this system and these stats that I give members, look, every single second, it's a new high. That's the point of the system. You want 40 points. But now, even just this second candle live on stream is 40 points by itself. But this is when we started the stream, when we got the close. 63 points now. It is 1.5 times the average win on silver. And look at gold. Gold is almost to the target. Look at it right here. That's the target given on stream. I don't care what indexes do because I'm telling you, we have to wait. So why wait on indexes to produce something when gold and silver give it to you? There's a new high on silver. It's going to pull gold up so gold can get to its average take profit. One of the coolest things would be if gold hits our average take profit and then there's a tumble that happens in markets. You're seeing the Forex market reflect the commodities market where DXY is pushing down and commodities are pushing up. Indexes, you see how, like, look at the volatility on gold and silver and then look at the candle on the ES, the NQ. They're nothing. You see how they're not moving at all? Live on stream, they've been in the same exact spot. Now look at the US 30, folks. You are about to put in a huge bullish long confirmation in less than 4 minutes while you're waiting for the ES and NQ to give you something. Gold is almost to the take profit box, almost there. Sorry, I keep clearing my throat, so everybody, I'm trying to be mindful of getting away from the microphone. You can see that volatility on oil. This candle was green about a minute or two ago from the entrance point, and then now sucking back up. Again, just back testing that box. There's no reason to question the long idea on oil until it closes down here and activates the short idea instead. And then Igor, I'm trying to look at your question related to this. I'm getting confused because there is 4 ticks in 1 point on NQ. So when you say drawdown is like 50 ticks, but you mean 50 points, that's insane. These are ticks. And Igor, what you define as what is insane is not everyone talks about like these tools, right? And the amount that they are on drawdown or risk to reward. When you guys talk about these, I personally believe that you've been taught wrong how these positions exist. Because everyone, when you say, hey, when you think about drawdown or things like that, however many handles or points it are, and you're like, hey man, I trade 11 to 1. That's my risk to reward. That means you're telling everybody you are okay losing 10 plays in a row before you ever win one. That's what this risk to reward is telling you on this position. And then for when someone says it's insane for drawdown, this is what I think you might not be getting from what we're telling you on this. This is telling you on average, the retracement is 20 ticks on the ES. That means on average, that is 5 handles of retracement. When you guys take an idea and you are shorting and you are trying to set 5 handles as your stop loss, and people were to say that's potentially insane. I don't know if it is, but if that's what you're saying, this is what you expect to happen and have an average win rate of 77% if you're using our mitigation strategy when you practice. And so when people see these numbers, you can start to be like, okay, and this is what we teach with our system. If this is entrance 1, and then this is entrance 2, entrance 3, entrance 4, before you get stopped out and then you go long, you now can figure out which one of these is your next entrance, or it can only be your first entrance. It's up to you to manage how much your risk is going to be. But the whole point of the stats is to show you what you should always expect on a retracement. I guarantee you there are people here that will tell me on gold and silver, which produce the moves live on stream, that they will tell you, man, I can't have 20 points of a stop loss on gold. There's no way. The prop firm won't let me. Or I can't have 12 points of retracement on silver. The prop firm, it just won't let me. And it's like you're producing a 95-point win, and you're watching it live. On silver, you wanted 40. It's gone higher since that point. Live on stream, 71. It's almost 2x the average win. And this is what's so important. People get so fearful of drawdown. Remember I was telling you guys this live earlier? That we are taught to be fearful of drawdown because we're so scared to lose. When you know that there's an 80% win rate, people always ask for win rates, and there is no way everyone can produce the same win or loss of any other person. So the win rate is fictitious. It's unrealistic. But you're watching me live do it. But that doesn't mean you took the same position. The whole point is when this candle closed, every member of our system is aware if you take that long position, you want 40 ticks, 40 points, or you have to be aware it will still run against you 12 points. Still will. And you will still have an 80% win rate until you lose on that position. And so the other thing too, Igor, and you can tell me if I'm wrong, but I talk to people all the time on stream when you guys ask good questions. Think about it like this, man. Like, how many of you guys are using prop firms and know the statistics for passing an evaluation and then winning an eval, getting a payout? And if you don't know those statistics, but you're playing that, and then everyone talks about like what drawdown is to them, that's why we're trying to change the game for people. The fact that you can start knowing what it is. Look at silver, guys. How many of you think that it's too late to be in silver? And everyone's going to sit here and just watch it run. And that's the point. We just trail the stop up higher and higher and higher. And our goal here is to help flip many of you who don't know how we use drawdown, retracement, pullback, whatever you want to call it. Because when people see the amount, If you told someone, statistically speaking, for 6 months, you have an 80% win rate and this is what you expect, you might be fearful of the drawdown. And like the stats on the NQ, because I know you brought that up. True Algo members, can you help me real fast? On the NQ, the retracement point is bigger, right? And so what we've told our members are the NQ, if you know the retracement amount can be bigger, then the NQ is a better asset to use micros. But the ES is only 20, as in 5 handles. So what does that mean on the ES? You can use minis. If you're going to practice, like you should be practicing. These stats can help you realize what one is better and even what type of contract to practice on. And sorry, like these are ticks. So every number you see should be divided by 4. I apologize. Okay. And with the update, members will be able to, if you're someone, you see how it says ticks to points conversion factor, you actually could in-point this to whatever your broker is or what you're doing on your contract. So if a tick counts a different amount on a different asset or whatever you're doing, you can change it. So you can instantly take this and divide it by 4. And so that's what I mean by it's not 20 points for the ES, it's 5 handles. Hopefully that makes sense. And you can adjust that as you go. You did get a bullish confirmation on US 30. Okay. I would like it to close just a little bit higher, especially going into this New York Open. But one thing that I would love is the NQ goes opposite of the US 30 when New York opens, statistically speaking. So you now have a bullish confirmation where we could push up at New York Open on US 30 and then get this bearish target hit here on the NQ. And then thanks for participating in chat, guys. I do appreciate you. Boom, gold. There's the target hit live. There you go. Don't let fear get in the way of your trading because you are scared of a position drawing down. And guys, when I say drawdown, you're used to your prop firms defining that. Look, live. No hindsight, no BS. You are taught by your prop firms that the word drawdown means your loss, your max drawdown, your trailing drawdown, your daily drawdown, whatever it is. That's why we've, after our beta version of this, I called it drawdown. We teach our members now, it's just the retracement. Again, it only retraced 9 ticks live, 9 points live, everybody, on gold. And we only wanted, look at silver, we only wanted 95 points, and now it's 105. 10 extra points on top of the long. And I want to make sure you understand this. This is the position we fully expected to hit on gold. And people before would think that they need to get out of their position. I told you live, watch it back. There's no BS, guys. It's not hindsight. There is no reason to question holding your long until you invalidate and now have a short. And look at it. It's just full parabolic mode. There's no reason to force anything on indexes. Take this and let it run. And so if this is what we expect, Igor, or any of you guys watching, this is where you take advantage because this is the positional idea. This is no matter what we expect on gold. But look what it becomes when you are able to average out your retracement. Now it really is a 10-to-1 because it only ran 9 ticks and we got our 95 tick win. So congrats on those of you guys. If you're still waiting on the indexes, man, look at silver. It has now 2x'd the average win, and our drawdown was 15. And we are up over, live on stream, 100 points on silver. 100 points. 6-to-1. And look, new high after new high every second. All the RSIs right now are overheated. All the MACDs are telling you it's time to sell, it's time to sell. They said the same thing on the 1, 3, and 5 minute down here too. And it traps those retail traders. So they start shorting and they feed our long positions. And then meanwhile, as I'm saying that, indexes are still sitting in the same spot we opened our live stream. Nothing has changed. I hope that helps you, man. Again, one of the biggest benefits of our system is it tells us when to look at something else because there is nothing to do on indexes while we wait. We've now hit the daily 80% rule on silver. Again, a nice 6-to-1 to play out. I think it's 6.5. Let me get the actual. I'm trying to do the math really fast in my head. And you guys can see like that candle never closed out. Yep, see you go. 6-to-1.
You weren't even targeting that. You were just targeting a 3.5 to 4 to 1, and now it's a 6 to 1 because you let it ride. You let the position push out. Oil folks are getting a bigger retracement down. US 30, bigger retracement. And then as we get into this New York Open, US 30 folks, that would be the short activation, right? If this invalidates that idea. We know New York's going to bring a heavy amount of volatility here in a little bit. Igor, if you're here, man, the one thing I can assure you, and True Algo members, you can call me out if it's BS. We will be here to help you do this live every single day. So what you're seeing right now, you will get that assistance during the New York sessions. We flip-flop from New York Opens to the 11 a.m. Volatility sessions. We do pre-market sessions. We do news sessions. Next week, we will be live for FOMC. So we will be here to help you if you do decide to join. Again, it's up to you guys, man. It's not just the indicator you're getting. The coaching and the assistance you get inside our Discord is included. And please don't be like the average retail trader who's just like, man, if you were trying to win, you wouldn't be using this or selling. It's like, man, this is time. Like, if you think it's BS, then go watch every single YouTube live stream we have. We don't delete them. They're on there. And go watch them and see if everything is a loss after a loss after a loss. And so, again, we can back it up by just offering the videos for there to be on there for you guys to get help. But if you want help live, you want to stop looking at all the BS on Twitter or X and then what all the retail traders' mentality go through, which is everybody, right? Unless you're trading with 9 figures in your account, like that's what you trade with, you are retail. And we are trying to help our members not fall into retail pitfalls because the DAC is always stacked against you. Silver putting in another new long, or sorry, not a new long. Sorry, I apologize. Another new high on the smaller time frame. You guys, I guess I'll leave the circle up on gold. Again, this was the target we wanted on gold. And the next thing I'm going to say is really important, guys, because I mean this. And True Algo members, again, I always say call me out if it's BS. There's another new high on silver. There were people here on our live streams that said, and they might be in the live stream right now. And they told us, yeah, man, I saw you guys push up and I saw you do that, but there's no way you would have held it that long. Do you guys see how now we're proving that wrong? Like, we're now telling you how far it should move on average. And I told you, every single second that this candle has continued to push up, there is no reason to invalidate your long. Just simply trail your stop upwards. And where all those MACDs, all the RSIs, all the crossovers, all those things are going to be firing short, 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 short. And retail shorts, look at them. Because the True Algo system will tell us when to short. You have to get a bearish confirmation below that box. But guess what, everybody? It's impossible for a bearish candle to exist here. The bearish candle is here because we don't change our time frames. So we will simply continue to hold, push up, trail to stop. That 50% mark of this candle is about right here. So what was originally down here, your trailing stop is now higher than the average win. And this might be one of those times where if you just let it ride and keep shifting up your trailing stop, you might get silver all the way up to 31 today. I'm going to keep focusing on this because the indexes are trapped right now. Oil, a huge sell-off right now to get back to the short area. Very huge volatility on oil. Silver just got to the next take profit line, as did gold. Gold just tapped the 80% level. Indexes are still in the same spot. US 30, a big push down now to where that short activation would be. You guys see how volatile specific assets are about that close above the smaller zone of the system and now pushing back? It's still reacting to what the indexes are, again, because the layering. Apple has a full bearish confirmation for New York Open. Microsoft looks like it's frozen. It is still neutral. Nvidia, neutral. Tesla, we are waiting for a potential bullish confirmation because it has hit our box below, but there's no reason to be bullish on Tesla because it has to close bullish. Apple is telling us that there should be a bearish move for the New York Open. Is it going to happen? I don't know. I'm just telling you using the system. I'm not being aggressive on indexes because they're in a bullish trend. You see all the circles below us. We're trying to get all of these targets to be cleared out today from a bearish perspective on the NQ and the ES, but you're fighting a trend, but Apple is telling us it should push markets down. So we'll see if we get that. And then any of you True Algo members that have been rocking silver and gold on the live with us today, like again, when New York opens, we know the volatility kicks in. That's where you have to trail your stop. There's another new high on silver. I told you guys at the very beginning of the stream, I'm going to do my best to push you guys to another asset, not the index futures today. I hope this paid off just from a learning perspective where the indexes are, they're literally frozen right now, man. You see gold started to be another take profit point. And this is one of those things, you can see that take profit point right there. You see the top of the box and then that push down. So what's going to happen? It's a good place. And we, by the way, again, I talk to you guys always about wicks. That happened here where I told you those MACDs, all those RSI retail indicators that repaint, it will suck them in now to be like, all right, I'm going to catch the high and I'm going to be able to short. And all that little push down is bigger players taking profit. And then until you get a bearish close way down here, I told you on silver, it has to close down here. Then there's no shorts. If we go into full free fall mode right now, like let's say gold and silver at New York Open do this, straight parabolic downwards. Okay, I know parabolic means to go up, but the shape, straight down, elevator down. We don't chase it. We just let it go. You just let it go. Because we've been able to follow along live on stream. We don't break our rules. We took the long ideas in theory because of the rules that we follow. And now there's no reason to break that rule if we push down. Just let it fall. Because we need a bearish close. Index is still in the same spot. And we've been on live an hour now with you guys, but the indexes for 4 straight candles, 1 hour of time, have not moved. US 30 is very aggressive, but the ES and NQ are literally in the same spot, everybody. New York Bell is just about to pop, everyone. Lots of volatility kicking in on the US 30 right now. We are going to have a bearish confirmation on the ES and the US 30 from the daily system, but you are in a bullish trend. So you are being an aggressor if you're taking shorts. We're trying to get to these circle targets below price. Here comes the NQ to get to the first one. Again, I'm not telling you about taking that position. I'm just showing you what's on our screen to get cleared off. That's why the circles are there in the first place. Opening bell is just about to hit. You'll see the injection of volatility kick in, guys. And then look for the NQ and US 30 middle and right side of your screen to start to diverge from each other after a minute or two of New York Open. I really want to go back over to gold and silver because it's put in a new high, but we'll watch the indexes right here. There's the close. There's the first target cleared out on the NQ. There's the ES. Hit to that first circle target, and then next will be daily open. See how we're getting some bullish candle now on the NQ, and look at the current candle on US 30. Again, that gets shifted down. And Igor, if you're still here, bud, like when we supply the stats to our members, you see how that candle on the US 30 is so far down from the box? You might be telling yourself, I can't take a short position. Look how far the invalidation point is. That's where the average retracement helps you, because you already know if the average retracement is, let's say, 45 points, then you would fully expect that to always occur. And now you are less fearful of the position not going against you because you know how far it would retrace in the first place. You can see the NQ found support at that daily scalp target. I'm going to check over on gold and silver. Silver just closed inside of the 80% rule, True Algo members, and gold has now closed above the daily box. Again, retail traders are going to keep trying to short gold and silver, and it will continue to put in new highs. There is no bearish confirmation on this. Oil with a bearish confirmation down here. I know we had the bullish confirmation. Everything is numbers. And now bearish confirmation and looking for oil to target down to daily open in the next box. When you lose, you will start to psychologically question everything. With True Algo, and then Igor, if you're still here, I'm going to keep bringing you up because I appreciate your question. Because this is what everyone faces. When you lose with True Algo, nothing is 100%. But our strategy has between 75 and 80% win rate, but you're not going to take every play. So it's unrealistic no matter who it is. Because you can't replicate it exactly every time. And your psychology is going to get in the way. But this is what's important. Right now, there is a bullish confirmation here on oil. And then there's a loss if you took it. But there was a perfect mitigation earlier. But anyways, it's down. As soon as it is a loss and you close the position as it's below the box, you only should be closing the position to then go the opposite direction. Where everywhere else, you guys know you took longs, stopped out. Took shorts, stopped out. Took longs, stopped out. Took shorts, stopped out. And you're trying to guess which way it's going to go based off of whatever you're doing. With our system, you close above the box, you go long. You close below the box, you look for reasons to go short. There's the new high on silver live, guys. Look, brand new high. So you stop getting frustrated. Like, losses happen, man. It's a numbers game. But when you lose with the True Algo system, it's because you immediately should be looking to take the position in the opposite direction. Watch silver. You guys are watching it live, man. Like, look. How many times am I going to keep telling you retail traders are going to continue to think they're going to catch the high on silver, and then they go, even if they went long up here, they get extracted out. We flip the box, boom. And I tell you, 80% of the time, we will close higher now on the day. We only wanted 40 ticks on silver, man. Trail your stop loss up. Like True Algo members, your stop on silver and gold can just be the 50% flex mark by True Algo. See where index is at. And look at indexes, man. Look at US 30. Jesus, man. We have now gotten to that missed daily scalp target. US 30 is insane volatility right now. Insane. NQ flipped the daily scalp target currently, and then the ES, after hitting our first circle idea, is now headed back up to the box. We're actually getting equal movement in the same direction on all three indexes as well. DXY still at support. I'll be on for the next 11 minutes, and then I have to head off, everybody. See what the indexes are doing. Whoo, Tesla. Tesla flipping the box. Microsoft still neutral. Nvidia still neutral. So the reason why you're seeing a lot of volatility right now on the US 30 versus the ES and the NQ, the volatility is lower on those two because look at Microsoft, look at Nvidia, but then look at Tesla. So this also helps you start seeing, like, okay, what are the bigger entities doing with their buying and selling of stocks that will affect the chain for indexes. You see how this parabolic move on Tesla, and then look at US 30 versus the other two. They're still green, right? But they're holding in place. A reminder, you NQ folks, like, I'm not doing anything till that happens, till this happens, or till this happens. Those are the 4 ideas I expect here in New York. I don't chase any of this. I don't want to get trapped in that volatility. Nothing new for the crypto folks so far. Yeah. Tesla, there's no reason to question option longs on Tesla. Here comes the box right there. There you go. And then so now, and remember what I told you guys about Apple? Again, if it works on options, man, you just have to be very aggressive on options, because if you're someone who's on those platforms with their fills, and then also it's just like, you can have a play go in your favor with an options chain from the True Algo system, and the deltas, or sorry, the Greeks will still mess with you. But you see Apple went exactly as planned. Tesla, you wouldn't short Tesla. Remember I told you you would be waiting for a bullish confirmation, and at least you wouldn't get trapped in taking puts on Tesla, and it's just straight parabolic up now. Microsoft isn't going to give you much, and it's good because you won't get trapped in that option chain that's going to reflect the price staying right where it's at. It's a Friday too, right? So like if you're taking 0-day expirations, any type of move against your position is going to make it very hard to profit on your position. Look at Tesla taking profit live from the box. Index is pushing up. Again, what's it called? NQ folks, sorry, still holding that daily scalp target, that first circle target. US 30, still extreme amount of volatility. Very big wicks right now. There's the new high on gold. You see it? And then new high on silver. Again, I'm going to keep trying to draw your guys to this True Algo members, and I hope it makes sense. We'll talk about it on Sunday about how different it is to force yourself to look at another asset class when you're waiting for the indexes to produce something, because I know most of you are used to it. This is when you start to claw and give the market stuff back if you're not looking at the other assets. If you guys have any last minute questions, make sure they come on. Yeah, Igor, one of the points of the system is we're trying to force people to be more mechanical, because there are so many times where a play is a huge win out of our system, and people will say, well, I took a loss because I didn't like that the wick went above the box 2 ticks and it then does this, and they miss out on that. And so we're trying to be mechanical with these statistics to help them hold for the right reasons and not hold for the wrong reasons, which is usually what happens. People trust their gut more, and these stats will help people be as mechanical as possible. Index is still creeping upwards. We're about to get to that next target, the bullish target we had for the NQ. You guys see it right here? That circle. Again, look for circles to be hit, and that's where you want closes. US 30, such extreme volatility on both sides of the candle. Sorry, I keep going back and forth. I'm trying to manage this on my own, and my other screen is you guys on YouTube. So I have to keep going back and forth. The Nikkei is tapping the 80% level, True Algo members. Not the Nikkei, sorry, the Russell. Apple continuing to flood downwards. Microsoft has hit the take profit box. True Algo members, please take note of this right now. So things are developing. New York's only been open for 8 minutes, but listen to me. Microsoft has now hit a take profit on the bullish side. NVIDIA has just a little bit more to go, and then it is going to hit the take profit from the bullish side to then potentially flip bearish. We've already got, look at Apple. If you wanted to catch shorts on Apple from 224 from market open to 222. And because it's a 0-day expiration, it expires today if you take those contracts, your contract's up probably about 200 to 250% because you caught the wave when the option chain really flips in your favor. And then people are marketing out, which causes your position to move very, very far. And then Tesla is at that take profit box too. What this tells me, True Algo members, or any of you guys watching, focus on Microsoft, Tesla, and NVIDIA. They need to close bearish. If those three don't close bearish, then we're not going to have a bearish reversal over the indexes, most likely. So that means we're going to continue to push higher, which, by the way, fully supports the 80% rule. And remember, look over here on what I'm watching on the NQ. And again, US 30, folks, look at the difference on that candles compared to the NQ. We're seeing that volatility of that first 45 minutes be different. But we need to get a bearish close on Tesla, a bearish close on Microsoft, and a bearish close on NVIDIA, and that will start to produce the shorts. So this might be all three of those telling us that we're going to get up here before pushing down. And again, this would be a long idea because this long idea right here on the ES True Algo members would be calculated using the statistics if the NQ also closes up here. So that's immediately where, if you were to take the position, you would look for 20 ticks or 5 handles of retracement. Watch this, guys, live. I'm just trying to predict what the position is going to do. And then you want a little bit over 15 to 16 handles of take profit. So right there, again, a little bit over a 3.5 to 1. So this is what you'd be looking for. So this is entrance 1 if we get it. And you'll have to move this position based off of where the close happens. And then you see where the average retracement is? There's entrance 2. So that's what you're looking for. And this is the original stop. You see how now you take a position that's a 2 to 1 and now you flip it to a 6.5 to 1. This is what we would be looking for if we continue to push upwards. By the way, we just got to that circle target here on the NQ, and we have getting the divergence on US 30, where NQ is vertical up and then US 30 is pulling back. New highs on gold and silver. Again, new highs. Again, index folks, you're seeing like you're having to wait. I hope you can take advantage of the metals, even if you're not on it, but you're just using it from a practice session for me with you all on here. New high on gold. right just about to happen. There it goes. New high on gold, new high on silver. Remember, all those retail indicators are telling people to short every time frame, 1, 3, 5, 6, 10. I mean, you can name whatever time frame they're using that are small. Every single one of those are going to be overheated right now. And we will continue to put in new highs till we close below the box. We only wanted 95 tick win on gold. Remember, it was a 10 to a 1. We have now pushed up 140 points. That is a $14 move per ounce on gold. $14. Woo. Woo. And every one of these candles, True Algo members, when I'm thinking about the statistics I give you guys, every candle I'm looking to hold the average retracement. I use those average retracements to get into a position if I missed it, because I'm okay losing it. And True Algos, that's what I'm going to show you guys on Sunday, that using the retracement per candle to get into a position if you miss the initial entrance. We talked about it a little bit on Sunday, but I was really trying to hammer home just to understand how to use the statistics in there to start. You can see that NQ is just sitting on that circle. I do want the NQ just to get a little bit higher, and then we'd have to wait 15 more minutes to get a bearish close right there, and then can get something like that. And then if the ES can produce the same thing, and then we can get down to these targets that are down that way. Just note, if you are doing that, True Algo members, you are fighting the trend. The reason why you saw the play on gold and silver continue to go so well is because I am not fighting the trend by True Algo. You see how True Algo, from a daily perspective, is trying to show you ideas from a bearish view on the ES and NQ, but you're fighting our weekly system. There is no fighting. It's only been longs on gold and silver. And there's new highs again. Yeah, let's go. And now the NQ has hit the box that we wanted. So you've now hit this box. We know it's impossible, statistically speaking, in 2 minutes for the NQ to close down bearish, because it has to close below its open. You see how far away it is? So we're only expecting the NQ to go higher, because there is no bearish confirmation. It's impossible to have a bearish confirmation in less than a minute on the NQ, unless there's a news release, which there is not. So, because that closes in less than 60 seconds. So there's zero reasons to push down on the NQ or the ES. You see the positions that are drawn. These are something that we're just looking at as an activation point. But this one is impossible in the next minute, because the bearish candle is down here. On the next 15 minutes, there's a potential that could happen. But again, True Algo members, be mindful. You will continue to fight the trend if you're only looking for reasons to short. So if you're going to short, you're being an aggressor. Make sure you are aggressive about your stops, aggressive about your take profits when you're practicing. We did put another new high on silver. Watch the 1 minutes, just so you guys see. That new candle is a new high. Yeah, man. And there's the new close on indexes. No reason. Gold and silver just up, parabolic. There's a small bullish confirmation on the ES right here. There is no bullish confirmation on the NQ because it's at the box. That means the positions can consolidate a little bit. And then last, real quick on the stocks. Tesla is at the box. Apple's continuing to putting in new lows. Don't ever think that all of the text will go the same way. They do not. And then so look at Tesla. This is important because you're going to see US 30 retracing right now. Look at Microsoft hitting a daily reversal box. This is a take profit for our long positions. And look at NVIDIA. Remember what I showed you? Look at the right side of your screen and look at the push down now. Options contracts going absolutely fantastic. Look at the aggression. This is not where you long. You don't long that top of a box. It has to close above it. That means the indexes are going to pull back. Yep. See, look at the NQ live, guys. Look, this is what's so important about not getting trapped. You have to wait for it to close. All right, folks, I have to bail now. I hope that I was helpful. True Algo members, we'll be talking about our stats like crazy. You'll be getting more stats with US 30 and then oil and a couple of other independents. There's another new high on silver. Another new high. It's still going. We will 3x this move that we wanted overall. It is 141 points, almost a full dollar move on silver today. Called live. All right, guys, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope that was helpful. If you have any questions, head over to our Discord. We are there to help you. I'm putting the link in here for you guys now. Feel free to come over and ask questions. You can watch this stream back, check out the metals to see if it can help you. And I appreciate you guys taking the time to hang out with me. Thank you, Dan. I appreciate it, bud. All right, guys. Take care.